Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum, brother and sister in faith, especially those who uphold truth and resist falsehood. Welcome to the Two Ocean channel. My name is Muhammad Ali. I have been reading, studying Sheikh Imran Hosein's book, watching his lecture for more than 14 years. I count Sheikh Imran Hosein to be my primary teacher in Islamic eschatology, as I count myself a student of Sheikh Imran Hosein. I'm aiming in this channel to share with you a grounded understanding of the Two Ocean methodology that Sheikh Imran Hosein already provided to us through his work. Another goal is to rise among us and around us the new Islamic scholarship that will face the current situation and even the future, the darkest future that we are facing ahead. In this channel, I'm gonna divide the videos into two parts. One part will be about analytical and educational of Sheikh Imran Hosein work, and we're gonna include another source. I'm gonna talk about the sources soon. So the first source will be our beloved Sheikh Imran Hosein. And the second source will be Imam Al-Ghazali works, inshallah. So in the second part of the videos will be about implementation of the Two Ocean methodology in our daily life, in our fields, and that will help us, inshallah, to understand and seek the truth knowledge from the primary resource, as we know, the Qur'an and the Hadith, that which is not in conflict with the Qur'an. So let us start our first topic, which is the introduction of the Two Ocean methodology. And before we start, we should distinguish between the Two Ocean of knowledge and the Two Ocean methodology. So when you hear the Two Ocean of knowledge, you should understand that it's about the external ocean of knowledge and internal ocean of knowledge. That once Sheikh Imran Hosein told us, the external is the knowledge that we acquire, and the internal is the knowledge that we receive. And both this knowledge is a rahmah from Allah to seek His truth. And we should use them both, otherwise you lose the balance and then you will be deceived, or you will not be able to see the truth. So before we're going to begin with the questioning, so we're going to start like, when did this begin, this method, and why this method, and what is this method about, and how to use this method. Beginning with when, we're going to begin with the beginning of history that Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, the conversation between Him and angels about the creation of Adam. And we know that from Surah Al-Baqarah, from the ayat, that Allah, when He said that He's going to create Adam to be a Khalifa, the angel was curious that this creation will be one-eyed, and that this creation will not create except corruption, because they understood this dunya is illusion and it's only about external for the creation, most of the creation. But when Allah replied by telling Adam to tell them the name of the objects, so Adam told the angels the names using the methodology of the Two Ocean, and then the angel understood that this creation is superior, and then recognized the superiority of Adam, because he actually named object in a truth that exists in the both ocean, in harmonically, harmonically. So that's why when Allah told them to bow down, they bowed, and we know that the angel already have they've been created to only follow the order, and they never go against Allah on order. But we kind of see that they have that understanding, including to that attitude that they have. They don't disobey Allah. So this understanding that comes from that conversation show that to even give them the good feeling about this creation. And now we can see why the shaitan, or the jinn that have the title of shaitan, Iblis, he disobeyed and didn't bow down to Adam, is because he used one eye. He was attached to the dunya. That's why he started arrogantly saying that he is better than him, because Allah created him from fire and created Adam from clay. So this is the beginning of the history or the beginning of when this methodology have started. To answer what is two-ocean methodology and how and why, I'm going to use the two main resources, as I mentioned, Sheikh Imran Hosein and Imam Al-Ghazali. I'm going to begin with Sheikh Imam Al-Ghazali because he did a huge, significant work and a huge contribution on explaining and telling us the principle of the two ocean that he wrote it in his books, actually, in his a lot of his books. I'm gonna inshallah go in more details in specific videos that I'm gonna focus on one of these books. What did he wrote and how did he did? So Imam Al-Ghazali, actually, in his time, he explored 4 different methods that exist in his time. The name of them, the method of Batiniyyah, the method of al-Kalam, al-Kalam, the method of philosopher, and the method of Sufi. From all this, he analyzed them and he extract the two ocean methodology that, inshallah, as I told you, I'm gonna go in details. He even understood that the human actually composed of 2 parts, external and internal, body and a soul, as Allah mentioned it in Surah Takwir, when he said, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذا النفوس زوجت. And he mentioned that even in Surah Al-Baqarah, when he talked about the ayah about Sulaiman, that when the Jews said that Sulaiman commit kufr by using sihr, and in that ayat, when you read it, you will come to the ayah when it says وما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه. Allah means here between mar'i wa zawjah is actually the body and the soul. So the sihr is actually trying to destroy that rahmah that Allah put in every one of us, or the fitrah that Allah put in every human of us. So this sihr is trying to deceive us to the external knowledge and hide the internal knowledge, or the vice versa. It could do that the other way around. So this is what Al-Ghazali did, and there is some more. When he understood the composed of human, he come with the 7 level of asbab or reasoning, which is very crucial, because it will teach us how to use this method and to understand what is this method about. And this 7 level actually is very interesting how he started. He started with a baby until you get like to the adult life, and you go through that and he extract this level. So he's starting to telling that the baby will start hearing, feeling, touching stuff, and see, and the sight. All these three will exist within the baby gradually, and it's each of them actually represent a word of knowledge. This word of knowledge exists in both external and internal. So, and he continue after this 3. He talk about the word of I call it taqleed, which is imitation, but he used a big word. He call it dhawq, and there is another word called the word of tamyiz, which is when you start to distinguish and see that this distinguish between things. And then he goes to the 6th word, which is the word of mind. When you start to use your mind, the tool that Allah gave us. And then the high level, which is the 7, which is the word of heart, which is he called it the king of all of that words. So to reach that level require a lot of work, and we're gonna inshallah go through that in details. And before I end, I wanna just add what Sheikh Imran Hosein used to say to us, and try to tell you when he used to say that, he actually trying to push us to the 2 ocean. When he usually says like you have to think out. I'm gonna go through that in a very beautiful way. He actually telling us that you have to understand that when you try to begin your journey or you're diving into the knowledge, seeking the knowledge, you usually start externally using all this tools that Allah gave us. And then when you do that, you prepare a case and the need, and then when you finish that need, when you finish preparing that need, you need to shut down the external and start internally, which means that you have to start your consciousness to think about this external thing outside the material world. In this case, you have to use the source that is absolute truth, which is the Qur'an. And when you use that absolute source, you actually you starting to use the high level, which is the heart. And when you allow the heart to navigate through that ayat, so it will allow you to, in the end, to find the truth meaning, which is the system of meaning of the word that you actually seek. And then from that, you're gonna receive from Allah that light that allow you to understand a specific need. And then from that need, you will come and join both externally and internally and provide knowledge, truth knowledge. And this is how beautiful Sheikh Imran, this is how beautiful sentence that Sheikh Imran Hosein referred to, think out. And as I told you now, I'm gonna inshallah just introduce. I'm not gonna go through anything. So I'm gonna end here, and next topic inshallah will be why I'm using these 2 sources. So I'm gonna talk about the journey from Sheikh Al-Ghazali to Sheikh Imran Hosein, and you will see a lot of similarity, and you will surprise about a lot of outcome that Sheikh Al-Ghazali brought, which is exactly what Sheikh Imran Hosein told us, especially when it comes to the reciting the Quran with the moon and the methodology that Sheikh Imran Hosein mentioned about the stars and the Quran. So I'm going to inshallah talk about that on next video. So thank you, Jazakumullah khair, and hope you enjoy this, and we're going to meet inshallah on the next video.